video is all about the wrists. Whether you are looking for wrist strengthening exercises for general health, or maybe active sports like boxing, tennis, karting, whatever it may be, or actually maybe you are suffering from some wrist pain and you are looking for some exercises to help relieve that pain, well, you've come to the right place, because today I'm taking you through the best mobility, strength and flexibility exercises to help with all of those things. So when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so when you're ready, I'm going to be sitting down on my mat with my legs crossed. You may be sitting at your desk, you may be standing, whatever you're doing. We're going to make sure that we've got good posture, we're lifting up tall, we're not slumping. Because remember, the upper body, the shoulders, are going to affect how our wrists feel and the strength of our wrists. So shoulders want to be nice and stable. And we're just going to start with circling the wrists. A little bit of mobility. Now, if you're tempted to skip straight to the strengthening exercises, please don't. You could have all the strength in the world, but if your joints are not mobile and your muscles are not flexible, then that strength isn't going to be used as effectively as it could. So make sure you're doing all of these things, not just the strength based. Let's go back the other way with those wrist circles. Good, just getting those wrists nice and warmed up. Again, mobility through those joints, and then drop the wrists back and forth. So you're folding the hands forwards and folding them back, flexion and extension. And I am going to do some of this flexion and extension in with weights, strength based. So if you do have hand weights or water bottles, you can grab those in a minute as well. But just for the minute, doing that without bending forwards and back. Good. Lovely, shake it out. We just want to do a little bit to warm up the upper body and shoulders as well. So just swing your arms in front, slightly round your upper body back, and then pull the arms back behind you, slightly opening through the chest. Swing the arms in front and open them out. So you can just cross one arm over the other, switching the hand that's crossed over each time, and just opening and closing through the upper body. Good. And last one. Good. And added on an extra one there. Place one hand to the side. We're going to stretch up and over into mermaid, so reaching over. And here you really want to focus on your shoulder staying down in, or gliding down your back, so it's not rounding forwards. Good shoulder mobility. Again, it all helps with the wrists. Flip over to the other side, reaching over. Good, and coming back up one more time each side, reach and switch to the other side. Lovely, when you're ready, coming up. So we're going to go into our strengthening part of the video. So grabbing your hand weights, and actually you can just grab one at a time. So for the sake of the video, I'm going to lift one knee up with my foot flat so I can rest my forearm on my knee. But if you're sitting at a desk, you can have your hand rested on the table, on the edge of the sofa, whatever it may be. But we just want to rest, like I said, our forearm on something where it can be nice and flat. And for this exercise, we only want to be moving the wrists. So it's really important the rest of the body doesn't move and it's nice and stable. So holding on to your weight, your water bottle, whatever it may be, and we're just going to have the fingernails facing down towards the floor. And I just want you to lift your hand up from your wrist up to the ceiling and drop it down. And here you're going to feel those muscles all up through the forearm working here as well. And lifting up and dropping down. And the key here is as well to take your time. I don't want you to be rushing this movement, and you know, it's not going to be as effective if we rush through it. You're going to feel it much more if you go that little bit slower. And we're going to be doing about 10 to 12 of these. Good. And you're using between 1 and 3 pound weights. It's nothing too much, nothing too heavy for the wrists. Okay, this time flip the hands over. Again, it's going to be a bit awkward for me here. And we're going to have this time the fingernails facing up, and we're going to pull in and back down. And again, we want to make sure the shoulder isn't rounding forwards. We've got good stability there in the shoulder. And this is going to be much, much easier if you've got your hand rested on your desk or your table with just the wrist hanging off of the edge, because you've got loads of support there. So pulling the hand up and back down. And again, taking your time, making sure you're really not rushing this movement. You can always count 3 seconds to lift, 3 seconds to go back down. And again, we're going to be doing this for about 10 to 12 of those, just to really build up that strength in the wrists and the forearms as well. So you should be about halfway after all my rambling. And down. Good, let's just do that a couple more times. And you can build up the weight as well as you build up your strength. Okay, this time you're going to have your hands still in a fist. Your fingernails are now going to face to the side. So your thumb is pointing or facing up towards the ceiling. Again, just your wrist hanging off of the table, whatever you've rested it on. And you're going to lift the hand up and down. So if you're holding a water bottle, maybe the lid would be facing up to the ceiling, or maybe down to the mat, floor, whatever way you've got it. And you're just lifting up and down. So now we're doing that side to side movement. So it's not all just about flexion and extension. We really want to make sure that we're moving the wrists in every way it can to make sure we're building up all of the muscles, not just certain ones. And again, we're going to do this for about 10 to 12 reps. And if you can do this while still keeping control without the rest of the body moving, then you can maybe do both hands at the same time. For the sake of the video and me sitting here, it's really difficult to do both because I haven't got anything to lean my hands on apart from my leg. But if you want to do both at the same time, then you can, and it'll save a little bit more time. Okay, let's switch over to the other hand. I'm just going to swivel around, and we're going to do all of that again on the other hand. So hanging the wrist off of whatever you've rested it on, fingernails facing down, and we're lifting up and down, up and down. And again, remember shoulder stability. Your shoulder is down, your back, it's not rotating in. Good posture, you're not just slumping over. And let's focus on our breathing as well. Making sure we're not holding our breath. We're breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Not rushing that movement at all. Good. And we just got a few more, and you can hold onto your arm, and you're going to feel those forearm muscles really, really working here. Good. And flip the hands over, and we're coming up and dropping the hand down. Again, it's a little bit difficult for me sitting here, but now the fingernails are facing up towards the ceiling, and you're folding the wrist in and dropping it back down. Try not to move the rest of the arm as we do that. So these are great because they're really simple. You don't have to, you know, get out your mat or have a load of space to do this. You can literally just do it at your desk or wherever, sitting watching TV. They're really, really good ones to do. But do remember to do that little mobility part first, and the stretches that I'm going to show you shortly, because if you're just doing the strength-based ones, then it's not going to do you a whole ton of good just doing those. Okay. When you're ready, we're going to flip the hand over. So now the thumb would be facing up towards the ceiling if you unwrapped it, and we're going to lift up and down. So again, if you're using a water bottle, the top of the water bottle, the lid would be now facing up to the ceiling or down towards the floor, lifting up and back down. Good. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Good. Taking your time, not rushing it. I even have to tell myself sometimes to slow down. Good. And we'll just do that a few more times. Again, you can count 10 to 12 in your own time. And you can count about 3 seconds to lift the hand up, 3 seconds to lower back down. Let's go for another 3 and 2 and 1. Lovely. So you can give your wrists a little rotate if you need to. So I'm just going to come up onto my knees and sit back on my heels, just so I've got a little space. But you can do this sitting or standing, and we're just going to get into a little bit of strength through the shoulders and the upper body as well. Like I said, it's all very connected, and sometimes our wrists may be a little weaker or be getting pain because of our shoulders. So relax your arms by your side, holding onto your weights, or maybe you want to do this without. And we're going to lift one arm up to the ceiling, slightly pulling it back, and the arm that's still down is going to pull back as well. So one arm is up, one arm is down. Then you're going to switch the arms over, so the other arm is up, the other one is down. And I want you to be squeezing back through those shoulders without letting the shoulders rotate forwards and without popping through the rib cage or arching the back. So this is really, really effective, this one, in getting into those shoulders, strengthening them. If you're sitting at a desk a lot and maybe that's why you're getting pain as well, the knees are amazing exercises to do regularly. So really squeezing back. These are soldier arms or toy soldiers. And switch. And again, you can do this standing, you can do it sitting, down on your mat. That's the great thing with these exercises. You can really do them anywhere. Okay, let's do one more to each side. Squeeze back and switch. Lovely. This time we're going to do star arms, and then I'm going to take you through some stretches. So you're going to round your arms in front like you're holding a beach ball, slightly in front of you, so the arms don't have to be too high. And then we're going to pull the arms out like we're ripping something in half. So one arm goes up to the top corner, one arm to the bottom corner, and then you bring your arms back into that rounded shape, and then you switch the arms over. So now the other one's gone up, the other one's gone down, bring the arms back in front. And switch. And again, you're going to feel the shoulders. Try not to round that shoulder forwards. And let's come back. Try to keep that control. And back. And again, you can build up the weights as well. Make sure here your wrists aren't rotating in or out. We're keeping the wrists pretty neutral here. And switch. Good. Let's go one more time to each side after this one. Good, really squeezing through those shoulders. Let's go last one each side. I just needed to match myself up. Last one. And bring it down. Lovely. Place the weights to the side. We're finished using them, and we're going to go into some stretches. So when you're ready, I'm going to bring myself onto my hands and knees. But if you're sitting at your desk or you have a wall in front of you, then you can just rest your hands on the desk or the wall. And we're going to make sure our hands are open, nice and wide. Now, if you do have any wrist pain, you may want to roll your mat up or place a towel underneath your hands, a tea towel or something. And you can just place the bottom of your palm on the mat or the tea towel, and then hang the rest of the hand off. And it's just going to take that pressure off of the wrist. So I'm on my hands and knees, my knees underneath my shoulders, and I just want you to slightly lean over, the upper body lean over without sinking. Shoulders are back and down, and I just want you to lean over those wrists until you feel a nice stretch. So I don't want it to be too much that it's uncomfortable, but I just want it to be nice, a good stretch, but like I said, not painful. So again, you may be standing up, placing your hands on your desk, or pushing against a wall. Good, just a couple more seconds. And release off. This time we're going to tuck the hands under, so now the fingers are facing in towards you, and I just want you to sit back. So we're sitting back away from the hands, stretching the arms nice and long again, and we just have the palms of, sorry, not the palms, the back of the hand on the mat or the table this time. Thumbs are pointing in towards each other, and the fingers are facing in towards you, and you're just going to get this lovely stretch again through the other side and up the arm as well. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And if you want more stretch, you can always pull your fingers in towards the hands, so try to make a fist, and you're really going to feel that a little more. and then come up. Lovely. Give those wrists a little rotate. So last couple of stretches, I just want you to take your hands into a fist, but have the thumbs in the middle, so you're locking your thumbs down in between the fingers. And if your thumbs were open, then they would be facing up, and then we're going to pull the hands down. So imagine pulling the thumb out with the fingers. The fingers are trying to pull that thumb down, and you're really going to feel that stretch up the arm through the thumb. This is great if you do a lot of work at your desk, your computer. You're really going to feel that one. And then open the hands out this time, and we're going to use the other hand and just pull the thumb back a little bit into the side until you feel a nice stretch again going through that thumb. These are really, really good ones. I was doing these the other day when I had a little bit of pain through my hands from working too much at my laptop. And switch to the other side, just pull the other hand back. Good. That controlled breathing still as well. Okay, give those wrists a little rotate. We're gonna lock the fingers now, press the palms away, rounding through the upper back, and just feel that stretch going across the shoulders, through the upper back. And then the last stretch, take the hands behind the body, locking the fingers again, pressing the chest forwards, rolling the shoulders back and down, and just open out through the front. And shake it out, and you're done. And you've done everything there. You've done mobility, strength and flexibility, and it's all in a short amount of time. So actually in the comments down below, let me know what your favorite bit was. Did you find that the stretches, you could really feel those, or mobility you could really feel, or maybe it was the strength bits as well? But if you haven't already, do make sure you click the subscribe button, because I do post weekly videos twice a week on this channel, so do make sure you click that if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Leave in a comment down below as well any more videos you'd like to see from me. But other than that, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.